Hey friends, how you doing? It's the TheTranspondster here with you today, and we are in for an exciting build in The Sims 4. This is a build featuring the new Lovestruck Expansion pack. If you are watching this on the video's upload day, you are watching it the day after release. It was supposed to be out yesterday, but unfortunately, when I recorded what was supposed to be a real time build, I ended up not actually recording my voice, so I didn't get to upload on launch day, which is a little disappointing, but we're making do. And I've just done the speed at 2 times so we can go a little bit quicker, but I'm gonna voice over basically my reaction to the new items and stuff because that's essentially what I was going for. And I specifically want to point out this new wallpaper with the weathering on it. I really love that attention to detail, and it makes me happy that in the more recent expansion packs, we're getting more swatches of items that do that sort of thing. I feel like it really started to show in Horse Ranch because we got for a lot of the wood tone stuff, like a more weathered wood tone, and then the cleaner, newer, modern wood tone in the same color scheme, but like the weathering of it was a little bit different. So, yeah, I did end up going with a pink build. I love that the background here, there's a lot of colorful builds, so it really just blends right on in. And I am loving the doors and windows, but hating that we only got them for the lowest wall height. I don't know if it's because in Mexico, maybe they don't have as tall of buildings, but I feel like it's still a disappointment when it comes to The Sims. As someone who typically builds the bottom floor with medium wall height, I wish I had the option. But I do find that this one door that is slotted for the short wall height looks better on the medium wall height, so I ended up being okay with it. And then the windows, I'm pretty impressed with the variety that we have. I couldn't figure out why we had two different versions of the same window, but I ended up reading the name out, and one is for curved walls specifically, so that's kind of neat that they're doing that, but it doesn't really make sense to me why they're available in the main menu for the windows and not the curved menu. Anyway, I wish that the two different windows we got matched better, but of course they don't. But I feel like they both have enough to work with, I guess. Maybe like the windows I picked could have used a smaller version for a bathroom or something, but we'll work with what we have. Because this build looks like it's in the city center, I wanted to kind of make it a market stand house, if that makes sense. I'm really bad at explaining things, but I essentially just want a little market table out front where your sim can sell whatever they've maybe crafted or cooked up, because since Home Chef Hustle, we can do that now. So while this build is base game and the new Lovestruck pack, I like if you have the other packs, you can still incorporate them into your gameplay and even just redecorate however you'd like. So I like that we have those options. The little bump out on the bottom floor, I wanted it to be like a garage looking door. So this was the closest I could find with the packs that I was working with. So it's what I went with, and I think it ends up looking okay. I picked the door for the upper balcony with the little peekaboo window in it. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a full on like door, and it does have the window because I wanted to use it inside, but it's okay because I found out we do have an actual just plain door too. I'm just flashing through all the new tiling and wallpapers for the expansion pack. It's my first look for them here. I picked the basic beige tile, but I wanted the little orange accent piece. On the interior floor, we do go with just the plain one, and on this pathway, I really wanted it to be tiled, so I went with this one because it had the lines to make it look more uniform, and I just kind of used those lines to guide where my pathways would start and end. And we end up with this little small backyard patio space, which is nice. I toyed around with the idea of utilizing the grassy area out back here. I thought maybe we could do like a small playground. Well, this lot started off like with the world as a starter home on it. I didn't go in with intentions to specifically make it a starter home. I just kind of wanted to explore the new expansion pack. So I didn't want to limit myself with funds there. I do this lattice fencing. I think it looks really nice here, and it sort of matches the fencing I have on the balcony, which came with the Lovestruck pack. In terms of landscaping, we really only got this tree, which is a little bit disappointing, but I guess I kind of get it because they've started to reuse swatches for the debug menu anyways. I said swatches, but I more mean items. More specifically, with Snowy Escape and Island Living, they have like all the same plants. So I feel like it makes sense because you're not guaranteed to own both those packs. So they couldn't just assume that you have one or the other and reuse the same items. But yeah, it's a little disappointing when we see recycled things that blatantly. I say blatantly, like debug is a blatant thing in the game. It took me a while to even learn that it existed, but I feel like most people do know. We kind of lucked out with our floor plan in that we're able to fit 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in this house. I do end up with the tiniest hallway upstairs, which isn't the most ideal, especially when it comes to placing doors. I don't typically like to place doors right in the corner of the wall, and I was really left with no choice when it came to the main bedroom. So anyway, it does turn out okay, and when you're buying like an entry level home in The Sims, or I guess this one would be more like your secondary home, like the next house that you move into, your first family home, it's expected that the floor plan won't be 100% perfect, and you'll have a little bit of quirks to it. I wasn't really sure what I wanted the roofing to look like. I wish that the actual roof paints worked on flat roofs. Roofs. What kind of word am I making up there? I wish that the shingling paints worked on the flat roof, but I guess in theory the game doesn't know that you're not going to add another room on top there because you didn't actually signal that it was a roof of any kind in the game. But I mean, I wish a lot of things about The Sims. I was going to do a full bathroom upstairs. I do end up making it just a half bath because I felt like trying to squeeze so many things in there wouldn't exactly work. I couldn't help but take a sneak peek at that light there when I went in to put all my little pod lights down for this build. I am obsessed with that new light that we got in Lovestruck. I just love it. The dome ones I'm not as obsessed with. I still think that they're cute, but I don't like the amount of light that they actually give off. And can we stop the bus and talk about this wallpaper. It was pretty enough that it made me change the flooring upstairs so that the baseboards flowed better with the coloring of it, because oh my god, that black floral wall is absolutely to die for. It's perfect for accent walls because we have this other plain swatch here which has similar color schemes to the floral one. And yeah, this room, I'm gonna be moving in probably tomorrow, I think, because I just love it so much. So much. I tried using this other pattern one in this room, and well, I sort of like it, I sort of don't at the same time, and I felt like it was a lot going on with the other room already having an accent, and the fact that this tiny room here is going to end up just being like a little office space. It didn't need to be anything super pretty, so I just went with yellow, and then I almost went with white throughout the house, but it looked too sterile for me with the tiling, so I did this little pinky color, and I think it turns out really cute. It matches the vibe of the rest of the house. I would say that this house belongs to either some best friends, or maybe a young couple has just moved in here and he's given her a free will to just do whatever she pleases with the house, because that is the dream and I feel like I've gotten it, but I am limited by the places we live and not so much my partner, who's like, yeah, just do whatever, as long as he gets like his few things that he can put on display, then he's happy. So if I have to live with a couple pop funk figures on a bookshelf that aren't my kind of thing, because I do admit I have some Friends ones because I am a huge Friends fanatic. I like know everything about the show. Anyway, back to the game and the items, because did we just see that full length mirror? I'm really disappointed. It's only for the one wall height, but that's The Sims and it's a wall height I use often, so it's okay. And then this mirror here in the bathroom, I used it in both bathrooms, but there's two swatches, one with the photos and one without. So I just want to make that note that I do like that little detail that we can choose whether or not we want it. And the plants hit good in this expansion pack. I will say, if you are a plant decoration person, get this pack. If that's something that sells you on an expansion pack and you have the ability to get it, please do, because I love all of these plants. They all fit the vibe. They're all big and full, and what more can we ask for? I say they're all big. They're not. There's some small ones too. I just didn't really use them. We also got this new wall shower piece. We have one with university and one with, oh gosh, what one did the other shower head come with? Was it high school years? I feel like it's university and high school years, but I also feel like I'm a little bit wrong, so correct me if I am. But anyway, we got a new one and it looked more like a rain shower. So we also got this tall bar table and that new dining chair that I set aside. I wanted to use as a desk chair because I'm obsessed with it. And then, of course, this new tall dining table I absolutely love. I'm a fan of high seating. I know it's not always the most accessible thing or functional thing to have, especially when you're out in a public place. There's one particular restaurant that we go to that I want to say 95% of their seating is at high top tables or the bar. And so when you get family with someone that's more elderly coming in, those chairs, or I should say bar stools, are harder for them to get up on. So that is a little bit of a disappointment, but and when I say disappointment, I mean on the restaurants, and that they don't cater to that more than just a couple lower tables for those people. Because, what if you have a day where you end up with 4 families that need low tables and you only have 3? It's one thing that kind of bugs me about this place. But other than that, we love this restaurant, so we're probably not going to stop going. Curtain wise, this pack did okay, but I wasn't really sold on them, so I do just end up using base game curtains in here. I actually, now that I'm talking about curtains, I think I totally forget to put curtains literally anywhere else in this build, so please forgive me that I do that. But I think what happened was I got distracted by this little overhang piece that once I had this market stand idea and saw this, I was so sold on it. And we did get a new garbage can for outside and a trash disposal, probably because this world that came with the expansion pack has a penthouse lot on it, so it's for that lot specifically. I think it requires the trash chute as opposed to a full garbage can. I toyed around with putting a dumpster here, and then I remembered I was just using the new expansion pack and base game, and the dumpster comes from Eco Lifestyle, and I forget how blessed I am that I have the access to all these packs, because if I had to build with base game all the time, I feel like I'd get so bored of it. I built so much that all my houses would look identical. So having a lot of packs is kind of a requirement for me to fully get the most out of this game. And every time a new Sims game comes out, I feel like I have to wait a little bit to get into it. Like, I need my pets and my seasons added before it feels full and ready for me to use. Anyway, that's a me thing and unrelated to the build that we're doing. I love the new furniture that we've got for honestly every room. I like the different options in beds that we have. One that looks more run down. I don't like that you have to purchase the expansion pack by a certain date to access that. I think it's like September 5th or something similar to that date. But yeah, it's a little disappointing that if you're someone that has to wait for the pack to go on sale, that you wouldn't have access to that. It doesn't seem fair, and it's something I wish that they would stop doing to push for more sales early on at the full price, because again, it just comes off a little greedy. I'm obsessed with all these pink swatches though, so I'm gonna keep using them, and if you have to live vicariously through me, I promise more pink will be on the way. I found that this backsplash existed when I started looking through all the wall decorations, and I wanted so badly to use it. I even tried a more neutral swatch, but it just felt odd that it was only there, and it is hard to do with windows in the kitchen. So, I totally noticed something here. Let me know if you notice it too. It is a reuse of a swatch. Those birds are actually from a tapestry piece in movie Hangout stuff. So call out there, EA. What are we doing? You know that we notice these things, and it's such an obvious one. Like, it's literally the whole painting is a reuse of a swatch. So it's definitely frustrating. The rug, though, that I put up in the bedroom, beautiful. Love it. Love the, like, curved, bubbly edges. I love the beds. I know I just said it, but I do love them. the pink swatches will just keep getting me. This little plushie thing that's kind of hovering in midair, I found that they had 3 of these new plushies. The lizard looking one is so cute. I put it downstairs, I believe. But yeah, I snuck this one in up here in the bedroom. I actually am gonna be doing it very shortly. It's gonna pop right in between the pillows there, and I love when we get new candles in the game. And I'm just gonna zoom in really quick on this lamp here. Looks just if you look a little close and see something, then you're probably old enough to be using this expansion pack. Not that if you don't understand, you're not old enough. I'm more just joking. Don't actually take me seriously, please. And I do make sure we use the new ceiling fan in the bedroom so that you can cool down when things do get steamy. I'm just starting glancing at all these new wall arts. I saw these little photos and I thought, yeah, let's put them above the desk. And then I zoomed in and I'm like, this looks a little like we're giving serial killer vibes. So I wasn't sure if I should use it, but then I just fully committed to it, and here we are, maybe questioning things in that room. But I want to point out, we just missed it there, that neon light swatch with the female figure. It looks so gorgeous. I love it. And this painting is it's kind of neat looking. It's something different that we don't have anything like yet. And of course, we got a book set with the little heart bookends. So cute. Here we have some romantic blankets. And with this bear one, I was like, we can totally recreate the house in the movie The Notebook. And then there's this little like party game thing that I want to check out when it comes to gameplay. I put down the new dartboard that we got with the claim reward thing that they did a little while back. We got a new guitar in this expansion, and we got some new fitness stuff as well. We actually got some wall decor that looks like signage for fitness lot types, and I think it's really nice that they're giving us more of that. They're definitely starting to listen to us more. They finally hired the right people on this new team that they created, I think. I don't even know if this new team has all that much to do with what's going on in the new expansions, but regardless, I feel like EA is having a little bit of a turnaround. And my market stand idea was come to full fruition here. I wasn't thinking when I had the idea that I was using the limited packs and the base game doesn't actually have the market stand, so I got really lucky that they added one with this expansion pack. Although I feel like that's an item that they're adding in almost all the expansions now. And then I'm curious, I need to explore the gameplay a little bit because there's like this little cooking station that we got in the outdoor activities as well. So I want to investigate what that is a little bit. We have this nice hanging pothos plant for the outside and that flat wall plant piece too. That's really pretty. But the most important wall art piece that we got are these little numbers for the front. They have different numbers and different swatches, so I made this house 2116. We pop a little bike out in front there, a yellow one, of course. It matches the little market stand. Here I'm just swapping out the roof a little bit. I think I just go with like the absolute basic gravel, concrete, or whatever, and call it a day. I am really happy with how this build turned out. Originally, this was going to be a real-time build. That took about an hour to do, so it was a little bit of a lengthy video off the bat, but with my little technological mishap, I was pushed into doing it this way, and voicing it over. And with my frustrations, I wasn't feeling up to talking about this build for 52 minutes again. So I did 2 times the speed and got it down to about 25-30 minutes, and I think that's a better time frame anyways. I like that we got this little free weight station, and there's a couple nice clutter items here. These hanging starry lights are going to be neat to kind of figure out a good use for, and there's that hanging light I'm going to point out again. It's so pretty. It looks like it should be custom content, honestly. And I just swatched that out for a more neutral white swatch because the red was getting to be a lot. Here's where I gotta figure out what to do in this front door area because that light wasn't doing enough for me. So we just got a quick wall light, and then I decide I'm just gonna leave the grassy patch at the back to empty. So after these next couple lights were finished up with this build, I'm not gonna do a full tour like I usually do with all the like cinematic shots. I just kind of go through each room really quickly with the camera here at the end so you can see each viewpoint of my build, the floor plan, and yeah, that's that. This is the new expansion pack. It's looking really good build by wise. I didn't even get to test out the curved pools yet, so I'm really excited to build a nice fancy house with a curved pool. We're gonna get into that soon-ish, but anyway, I'm gonna hit that point before it's too late where I'm gonna say thank you so much for being here and watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please show your support. It means the world to me. And thanks again. Have a great day, guys. Bye.